Welcome to my Michigan garden. I'm Jessica, and my garden is currently in Zone 6A. If you haven't already, stab that subscribe button, and for the sake of all that is good, click the like button if you enjoy this video. Today I'm taking you with me as I work on a rehabbing project for a long, narrow bed in the backyard. Recently it was full of weeds, English ivy, and also some poison ivy. You'll notice I have to dig and work to pull up the roots, so hopefully the ivies don't return. I've also added to the old soil to make things hopefully grow. Mom and I recently went on the Battle Creek Garden Tour. That video is on this channel, and you can see reviews of each of the individual gardens on the My Michigan Garden Facebook page, which is linked below in the description. As always, this year was super inspirational. We had a really great time. With all of the rain that we've had this year, and a lack of garden maintenance due to extreme humidity and my own heat intolerance, things have overgrown and some things have been crowded out and started to disappear throughout the front beds. Between now and the end of gardening season, my goal is to remove what doesn't work, divide out what is out of control, and transplant those things to the other areas. This is the first video I've made where I am on camera, and it is a humbling experience. I am so lucky to have my friend Amy, who not only really understands, but she also had some great advice for me. So she is the absolute best. I promise you this is the last time that you will see this particular outfit, which is my gardening and house painting outfit. This outfit consists of paint-marked Land's End rash guard on top. They are very inexpensive, so if you're looking for rash guards, Land's End is the best. They have kind of funky patterns, not real flattering, and a very, very old pair of jeans that I can see are perhaps what the saggy, baggy elephant wore during his time in the childhood books. So these are the most unflattering pants that I've ever had. Bob has told me that they don't look great, and this is the first time that I've actually been able to see how absolutely terrible they are. They are also very dirty and covered with paint, and how embarrassing. So even though it's humid on this day enough to repeatedly fill my glasses with sweat every single time I bent over, staying out of the sun is really important for me. So I always wear a hat and gloves and long pants and a long shirt. Again, that's important. Don't get any sun. I don't want to age inappropriately. So here I am in the side yard. This is actually the first garden bed that I put in nearly 25 years ago. This bed is dry shade, and the Brunera that I'm digging up here never does that well. This bed is also partially covered by our fireplace wood racks, so you don't even really get to see it. So this year I decided, you know what, I'm going to move some of these things. This is right next to Maxie's memorial garden, which I'd like to expand on and work on in the future. Hey, yep, there's the saggy baggy elephant. Those are my pants. Great back view. But over the next year or so, I'm going to start pulling some of these things and moving them around to make use of them. Pulling things from other areas and transplanting them is a great way to save some money and make things look a little bit different. So here I am trying to dig up a hosta that has been there, again, pretty close to 25 years. All of this is very rooted from the trees, so it's a little bit harder to dig up. I'm struggling a little bit with it. And did I mention how hot it is? And did I mention how all of a sudden this year my heat intolerance has just really come up? So this is the front door bed, and it has been absolutely amazing for the Japanese forest grass and the lace cap hydrangea, which you'll see to the right of the screen. But all of this needs to be thinned out. There's sedum in there, which you can just barely see, and it's been crowded out. I swear I am not normally an open mouth breather, but I am here because, again, it is like 1 billion degrees and super, super humid. So, yeah. I swear I'm not an open mouth breather, really, except I am here. This was a challenge to dig up because it has become so overgrown. The roots have gotten really dense in here. And you might notice if you come to visit that I have not filled that back in. There's just a hole there. As soon as it cools off, I will work on that. So I love rocks, big rocks, boulders, but boulders and rocks are expensive. So I went for some concrete blocks here, and I think they were less than $2 a piece from Lowe's. And they kind of have that natural look, so I've stacked them up in the middle as a little bit of a hardscape feature. Um, Again, I love rocks. I wish I had more rocks, but rocks are expensive. Now, I tore my ACL a number of years ago in a tragic skateboarding incident, and I can kneel, but it's just not that comfortable. So, normally when I'm gardening, I sit directly on my backside and kind of hop along, scoot along on the ground, which is why my pants are always dirty and why the jeans look absolutely terrible and stained. Again, last time you'll see these jeans are going in the trash. But here you'll see that I'm just kind of scooting along, and what you don't see is I've had to take about 1,000 breaks to sit and open mouth breathe in the shade because it was very, very hot and humid. I know that's generally not a great time to transplant, but things have been so busy. I just really haven't had time to do the gardening that I'd like to. Hopefully, at some point, things will cool off and at least become a little bit less humid, and I will have more time to do some of my garden work. Next, I'm going to be watering in, and so everything gets a good water. Then I mulch the area, and then I water again. This little bed gets a lot of roof runoff in a storm. There's no eaves trough up overhead, so it just drops down into a line, but it dries out really fast if there's no rain. So this is one that if it doesn't rain, I'm going to have to keep on watering. What this video doesn't show is my coworker and friend Carrie got me a really cute little solar lamp, which has been added, and I did get some other garden decorations that I've added. So for a change, it's actually quiet today. You don't hear a lot of traffic. We live down from a school, and during the school year, the traffic noise becomes really, really loud. And also, perhaps because it was so hot today, none of the neighbors were out doing any of their normal mowing or yanking around or lighting things on fire. So that was actually kind of nice. You could hear the birds and you can hear the cicadas probably. So aside from the heat and humidity, it was a nice day, and it felt really good to get this little project done. A little bit more water. And here's the finished result. Next year I plan on putting more of a gardening focus in the backyard, mostly on some large planters and pots. I think that'll be great. Hope to see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.